I got to hit on that because I think this is a really good principle that I apply with my kids, with my coworkers, et cetera, is I always come down to wants, right? What is it that you want? And somebody can say, well, I want to be CEO of a tech startup. Okay, that's great. I love it. We've diagnosed the whys and it's the true intent of what you want to do. All right, well, what's your next best action to move you closer to that aspiration? Well, I need to, I need to get my master's. Let's just say if that's the case, I need to get into a startup and start low. Okay, that's great. So you got to get a job, okay, in a tech startup so you can get the experience. All right. Well, so what do you need to do next? Well, I need to apply. I need to apply to about five startups so maybe, I can get one. And then you say, okay, so are you going to do that? Well, yeah. And you reach out and 2 months later and they say, well, yeah, I still got to do that. I haven't done it yet. In my mind, you're not committed. If you don't follow through on the actions that are required to produce the wants and the outcomes that you want in your life, you're not committed to that outcome. So go back and reassess, what is it that you really want? And then what is it that you really want that you are really committed to taking the actions required to get them? If you're not willing to take the action, I question the want. I think the second thing is around a growth mindset. Um, and orientation for growth is lifelong learning. I'm never done learning. I seek learning every day. I can always improve. I can always get better. And it's like this spirit of continuous improvement, and you embrace challenges. I think one of the life decisions that I had to make, really it was a choice in my mind that I am good enough and I'm not a failure. Even though in that circumstance I wasn't having success, that was the first, I think, the biggest recognition because I think most of the battles in our lives are in our mind, right? It's how we see things. It's what we choose to believe about ourselves and the world around us. So the decisions that I started to make to say, you know what, I am good enough. I'm just happen to be in an area where I'm not excelling. So let me find an area where I do excel. So I started reaching back out to my network and looking for opportunities that would get me back closer to the things that I thought, I was really good at. The other decision was to be honest with myself and also my manager at the time. And I went very confidently to my manager and I said, this is not the role for me. And, there was a lot of great conversation that came from that because it wasn't like you're fired. It was like, well, you bring good skills. Let's look and see if there are other roles in the organization that would be a better fit for your needs. So the decision to be honest, not only with myself, but with those around me, led to really good conversation because they could see it, I could see it. We just needed to open up the door to have that conversation.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And always remember to stay sharp.